Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase star Paul Sinha has opened up on why he carried on performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival despite suffering from 2 heart attacks during his time there. The Chase star and comedian Paul Sinha has revealed exactly why he continued performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival despite having 2 heart attacks. The 55-year-old experienced 2 heart attacks during the 2023 Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Due to his medical background, the star noticed the symptoms and took a taxi to the hospital. Explaining the first one, which he experienced while shaking the hand of Levi Roots, told Good Morning Britain he felt a crushing, tightening chest pain. "It was like nothing I'd ever felt before, but I knew it was cardiac," he said. Paul then explained how he didn't want to make a scene and took a taxi to the hospital instead of an ambulance. However, it didn't stop Paul, as he was back on stage the next week. Explaining why, he told GMB hosts Ed Balls and Susanna Reid, "The first time they didn't diagnose me properly, so they sent me home. However, after the second time, he was told he'd had 2 small heart attacks." Following his second visit to hospital, Paul revealed he asked the doctors if he could carry on, to which they responded, "We're not going to tell you what to do," and therefore comedian Paul carried on with his Edinburgh Fringe performances. However, looking back, Paul says it definitely wasn't the right thing to do. Explaining why he chose to, he said, "I know why I did it, because it was the Edinburgh Festival, and I didn't want to lose a huge amount of money. I didn't want to cancel the show, but it's what I should have done." Paul has also candidly spoken about his Parkinson's disease diagnosis since 2019. Explaining how he handles his Parkinson's on the show, he said, "I tell lots of jokes about it. It's as simple as that. You deal with the cards you've been dealt, and if you've been given a comedy goldmine, as Parkinson's is, then you deal with it." The quiz ace originally experienced sudden and unexplained pain and stiffness in his right shoulder, which he initially dismissed. Despite living his life normally, the persistent discomfort led him to seek medical advice. After a year of x-rays, scans, injections, and even surgery, all aimed at alleviating his frozen shoulder, the pain persisted. It was only when additional symptoms emerged that Paul realized this wasn't an isolated problem, but indicative of a larger health issue. Imagine facing not 1, but 2 heart attacks, moments that would make most of us stop, rethink life, and perhaps take a long step back. But for Paul Sinha, the beloved chaser from ITV's The Chase, the story took a different and heartbreaking turn. Instead of slowing down, Paul made the surprising decision to go straight back to work. Today, we're uncovering the deeply personal reason behind that choice, and why his story is striking a powerful chord with fans across the UK. Paul Sinha is known to millions as the Sinnerman, quick-witted, razor-sharp, and full of charm on The Chase. But behind the confident quizmaster is a man who has faced challenges that would shake anyone's spirit. Already battling Parkinson's disease, a condition that demands courage and resilience, Paul then suffered the unimaginable, not 1, but 2 heart attacks. And yet, in the wake of these life-threatening events, he did not take the route most of us would expect. Instead of rest, instead of recovery, Paul returned to the studio lights almost immediately. But why? What could drive a man, weakened in body, to push himself back into the world so soon? The answer reveals both heartbreak and remarkable strength. The truth, Paul later shared, is devastating. He went back to work out of necessity, not choice. With health struggles piling up and the uncertainty that Parkinson's brings to his future, Paul has spoken openly about his fears of financial insecurity. In his own words, time feels precious, and so does the ability to provide for his loved ones while he still can. For Paul, work was not just about career, but survival. It's a sobering thought that even someone as successful and admired as Paul Sinha feels the weight of needing to press on, even when his body cries out for rest. And yet, it is also here that we glimpse his remarkable spirit. His refusal to let circumstances define him, his determination to stay present and to give fans his very best. But there's more to this story than financial worries. Paul's decision reveals a surprising philosophy about life, one that might change how we see our own struggles. For Paul, returning to work wasn't just about money. It was about meaning. Each episode, each appearance became a way of reclaiming control over a body that sometimes betrays him. In fact, Paul has said that being on the chase brings him joy, purpose, and a sense of normalcy that illness has tried to steal away. It is here we see the inspiration behind the sadness. A man who refuses to let tragedy take his dignity or his dreams. For his fans, his return to work has become more than just a professional move. It's a symbol of courage. A reminder that even when life hands us the heaviest burdens, we still have the choice to keep moving forward. So when we watch Paul Sinha walk onto that familiar set, sharp as ever, we're not just seeing a quizmaster. We're seeing resilience in its purest form. His decision to return after 2 heart attacks may have been born of sadness, but it carries with it a powerful lesson. That purpose, passion, and perseverance can outshine even the darkest of times. And perhaps, the next time we see Paul smile on the chase, we'll remember the weight of what it took for him to be there. A reminder to cherish every heartbeat, every moment, and to never underestimate the strength of the human spirit.